Namaste, life adventurers. Welcome to the Journey Nepal. Come on. Of course, this is not how we're rolling. I mean, Nepal sounds cool and is amazing still, but there's also a certain level to it, and it doesn't mean we have to go all this way dressed up. So here we are. Welcome. My name is Oscar. I will be your guide in the Journey Nepal, in Nepal itself. I've spent there over 5 months doing diverse tracks from Manaslu circuit, 15 days, trekking twice, Mardi Himal, trekking Everest Base Camp trek. I did my first summit above the 6,100 meters, and I did volunteering, and I spent a lot of time there. So what really inspires me about the country is actually the people. The people who move this country, they're so utterly friendly and giving while being one of the poorest countries in the world. So yeah, maybe you're here for a reason. The Journey Nepal, it sounds very cool and great, but I mean, maybe you thought that we would go dressed up like this, like fully packed, all dressed up with everything. And obviously, yes, we have to prepare because it's a challenging trek. And also physically we will be preparing ourselves. But at the same time, I always say it's like a 50-50, you know. So there's a part where you kind of have to prepare physically, and the other part is more like a mental game. And that one you can only challenge yourself by simply being there. And this whole process is actually a very beautiful one to experience. While you're there, while you're walking for 6 hours a day with your backpack on, and you continue walking, and then you make stops, and you have all these stunning views all over the place where you can just look at mountains maybe above 7,000 meters, 8,000 meters. It's huge and massive, and it's beautiful to see that we all get to experience this journey of the trekking, for instance, all together. But besides that, we're doing more than that. So we're also doing the volunteering. We're helping a school, some ladies out with their projects that they're running over there. So it's not only doing the physical activities, and we always call it the journey inward and being outside. What does it mean? Very simple. Obviously, through each other, through the conversations that we have, through the connections that we make with people, and being out in the environment, we get to explore ourselves. So I don't want to make it sound something very tough and hard, because I think it's a very healthy balance between making the journey inward very gently and at the same time just being outside, being with a group. So it's a perfect balance between, maybe you're the person who thinks like, yeah, but I very much value time for myself. Normally I'm a traveler who always travels with people or maybe without people. So how would this relate to each other? It's a perfect balance. So there's time for you to be off, to spend time by yourself, and other times where we really connect. So it's an immersive where you get the chance to go through this journey inward, but very gently. So yes, there is guidance. Yes, there's questions. Yes, there is bonfire talks. But we don't want to make it like a boot camp going in. We want to experience the joy of life and everything that comes with it. So hopefully this gives you an impression that a normal day would look like. Maybe we wake up in the morning, we do a check-in in the morning. How's everyone feeling? What are you looking forward to today? What happened? How are you feeling? And then maybe at the end of the day, we gather around the bonfire and we do the same stuff. So we have this occasional moments where we check in with each other. Doing both, having the activities, but also having this moment for ourselves to reflect. And I will be there, and the guides will be there to always help you with your inner processes, your inner journey, to accompany you. The track, difficulty, mid-range. So there's a beautiful balance, actually, as what I said before. It's the most challenging one we do so far, but it's doable for everyone. To give you an idea, I had someone with asthma and vertigo actually joined on the journey and climbed above 4,500 meters. And she was actually one of the first getting to the top, to this base camp. So with the mindset, with the right mindset and willingness and dedication, you'll definitely get there. And don't worry, you're in good hands. I mean, I'm there. We have these beautiful guides who can guide you also through these processes. So there's a lot of stuff that you can actually do together. Secondly, there's the volunteering part, which means that we're getting together, helping these ladies out to kind of to give something back to the people and to the country. Secondly, obviously there's always some sightseeing and doing stuff. A little bit more about the trek. Yes, this is a typical jacket that you could be wearing there, but this is simply, you'll get a full gear workshop. It's simply to give you an idea of what you can bring. This comes along with it to protect you from the rain and the wind. This is a typical backpack, around 50-60 liters normally. What's inside? Let's see. There's some shoes, and this will be a typical kind of shoe. Now, to give you an idea that we're not doing any ice climbing or climbing Mount Everest, it's a solid trek of 10 days, 11 days, and these kind of shoes with maybe a harder nose with a solid protection and support for the heels will definitely do, and the ankles. Something like this. And besides that, we normally just bring a day pack, you know. There's a day pack. Let me see if I can get it out. Obviously upside down, not the best way. And this will be a day pack. This most likely this will be the things that you will be traveling with to Nepal. There's a backpack and a day pack. Laptop, maybe you don't even want to bring it, but here goes your daily belongings, and this is just simply your suitcase for 21 days. If there's any questions or if there's something that you're still doubting, you can always reach out to one of us. There's a chat, or you can simply just drop an email and let us know. Either I will reply or someone else. Where we'll be spending time, we will be flying on Kathmandu, and from Kathmandu we will be staying there a few days, and then we move on to Pokhara. And Pokhara is actually the city that I actually like more than Kathmandu. Beautiful both, a lot of history, especially Kathmandu. I think is one of the oldest cities in the world, and it's a beautiful place to be. And I think the balance to be in both places, and Pokhara being near a lake in a kind of a valley surrounded by mountains, is just a beautiful place to be. So if you're interested, if this excites you, if you feel some adventure inside of you, please reach out or simply just join us already. But if there's any questions, we're here to help you out to answer all these questions. All right. Thank you for listening, and hope to see you soon. Namaste.